Alright, quick mic check. If you can let us know in the comments. Okay. Alright. Hi everybody. This is Jashan.
And this is Sohan.
And we are at beautiful Bangalore for the finals of India Mixed Nationals. We have two teams, the Airbenders from Bangalore, home team, and another big powerhouse from Pune called the Flying Spirits.
This is Airbenders' third year in a row that they're in the finals of Nationals. They won 2 years ago. Last year was a close affair where they lost on Universe Point against Airborne. And they've three-peated in terms of reaching the finals. This is of course Pune's first time in the finals, but they have folks on the line who have been here before, so they know what's at stake. We are talking of course about Karan Sharma, one of India's best frisbee players. Exciting game, Jay. Who you got?
I am going to be diplomatic. I'd say it's going to be a good game for everybody, close game. I have a lot of close friends on both sides, so.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take a call and say I have Airbenders by a very fine margin this game, mainly for their depth and the fact that they've been here before. But I'm hoping for a close game, and here we go.
Pulled by Pooja. We have Sushant picking up the disc. The girls do a bit of a clear. Vaishnavi is post. Airbenders will come out in a zone to start. A few swings. Everyone knows what's coming. And there it is. Sushant to Karan for the first goal of the finals.
When you have throwers the likes of the folk on Flying Spirits, then you can expect this pinpoint accuracy. So, good start for Flying Spirits Pune.
And they've been doing it all tournament. Lots of teams have tried different looks to stop this connection, but it just hasn't happened. Let's see if Airbenders are the ones who can.
Also, a reminder that this is a 90-minute game. It really changes the complexity and the look of a game, apart from the fact that it's also the final. I like to think of this as like a boxing match where the opponents are sort of feeling each other out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So expect some, some good looks, some different looks, some different strategy before things settle into a rhythm from both teams. As Flying Spirits makes a massive pull.
Alright, first look at Airbenders O. Same O-line that has been through the tournament. We have Aaron, Anna, and no Naina at this point actually, sorry. Riku, Niti, Ajay, Sushil, and Sid.
I'm going to ask you a question from your vast knowledge of India Ultimate and history, but is this the only line with 3 siblings on the same line that we've seen ever so far?
So Naina's been playing a bit of D this tournament, but otherwise I think so.
So, as far as I remember, I don't think there's been any other line in India Ultimate with 3 siblings playing on the same line, so pretty cool. Definitely an athletic family.
Taking over India Ultimate. Sushil to Anna, right at the doorstep. Can he pop it in? It's like a double team, don't know if she called it. Sushil goes upline, gets it back, looks for the swing, doesn't have it yet. Looks a bit messy. Airbenders can clear up that stack, but Sid gets free, as he always does, somehow.
Airbenders so comfortable with the disc on all parts of the field. One of the reasons that they've done so well over the last few years is the incredible depth and talent they have. Everyone is comfortable throwing, catching, clearing, cutting, and you can see with the sort of discipline that they have on the field that it'll take a lot more defensive intensity and pressure for them to catch.
wide as we call it. We see Naina coming up for the D line. Pixie has the frisbee to pull. And on the other side, Flying Spirits O-line has Vaishnavi, Sushma, Sahitra as the female matching players. We have Sushant, Karan, Sunil and Shivam, or as everybody calls him, Messi.
We had the OG Messi in India recently, but we have...
Lionel Messi is named after Shivam Dubey, actually.
Yeah.
Pull, curls back in. Sushma to Sushant to Karan, and Sushant is off immediately. Nice little high release. Girls work it on the break side. Vaishnavi to Sahitra to Sushma. Sushma has Sahitra open. You see Shiny taking the Sushant matchup, and it's up in the air. This is going to be a good fight. Akhil versus Sunil. Akhil gets the D! That's the first turn of the finals. Here we go.
That's an excellent matchup to watch, and I'm sure we're going to see this matchup later in the game. But
Let's go!
Great defensive intensity there from Akhil. Excellent positioning. He got the position, jumped up at the right time, was super clean as well. And now the veteran Pixie, who has done this thousands of times before, has the disc on the line.
He's looking for someone to go deep. He wants to throw it. He does. He likes the matchup. Sushant versus Talib getting under that frisbee. Oh, it takes 2 efforts, but he gets it.
Yeah. I think the wind just picked up the disc at the moment, Jason.
Sushma gets up to save that frisbee. Floating a little. Oh! And there we go. D by Naina. Pixie picks up quick. Back to Naina. Talib has the frisbee. Back to Naina. Looking for a reset. Akhil's wide open. Can they get off that sideline now? Yes, they do. Pixie upline. Little bit of a slip. Looks for his dump. He doesn't have to. Pixie to Akhil for the first break of the Nationals.
Score is 2-1 to Airbenders, if you're not mistaken. But excellent work from Pixie. As someone like me who's been in the India Ultimate scene for a long time, Pixie has been doing this for many, many years. So reliable, so athletic. I've played with Pixie a bunch of times, and I think what is very underrated about him is his balance. He is so balanced on the field when he's running, when he's catching, when he's throwing, and of course that leads to stability on the line as well. He took over when it was needed, and Airbenders up a break now in this final.
Pixie just commands respect when he's on the field, not just for the opponent, but I think such a big part of the Airbenders discipline that we've been seeing for the past few years.
Folks watching on the stream, I can see about 120 people. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Always love to see such a diverse audience watching the stream. So let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from as Flying Spirits get set to go on.
Nice work, Pooja!
Sushma picks up the disc, centers to Karan this time, and Sushant is downfield. Sahitra staying back as well. Airbenders in some kind of zone. There's a person mark and a 3-person wall after that. Blade to Vaishnavi, a fumble.
It does look like Airbenders' defensive strategy to sort of stop the huck between Karan and a couple of others in the Flying Spirits line. It seems to be working so far, but I think Flying Spirits can maybe utilize the other players on the field a little more and choose their look to counter this defense from Airbenders, but for now, Airbenders are not.
Talib up to Anaika, right at the doorstep again. Can she swing it? Yes, she does. Sahana in the center of the field, right where they want it. And Anaika turns. Oh, a little far. Flying Spirits take a deep breath of relief as they get the frisbee back. Sushant center to Karan.
Yeah, and as you can see, Airbenders have sort of set up in a way to stop these deep looks that Flying Spirits definitely look at. Flying Spirits more than capable of breaking it.
They got through the first wall this time. A bunch of 1-2s from the female matching players and a huck from Vaishnavi. Just took a gust of wind and sailed out. I think the look was there. Sushant was running it down. Execution, hopefully, will be fixed soon.
Yeah. Quickly with the veteran handler move of walking as slow to the disc as possible to catch those breaths, but he's back doing what he does best and moving the disc around.
Immediately moving it from one side to the other. Talib in power position. Up to Sahana. And a good D by number 13. I will get her name soon. And an easy drop. The nerves of the finals. This isn't any other game.
I think having folks like Pixie and Doc on the line gives so much stability and discipline to the line. We saw Flying Spirits make a mistake, which can happen in a final, but they didn't mentally regroup in that quick second to get back on transition defense, which cost them this point possibly, or at least made it very easy for Airbenders. So far, Airbenders doing Airbenders things, playing calm, playing steady, playing to their system. I think it's a timeout, Jay, from Flying Spirits.
Timeout for Flying Spirits, yep.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's important to remember that this is Flying Spirits' first final, so there will be some nerves, there will be some recalibration needed at this timeout. They do have personnel on the line who have been here before, and it's a long game. It's 90 minutes. It's far from done, and I'm sure we're going to see Flying Spirits come out with a lot more vigor and energy right now.
One thing that isn't going to change is going to be Airbenders' defense. They're trying to force more throws to the women matching players, and looks like the boys just have to hit them.
I did watch the Flying Spirits Learning to Fly game from crossover quite closely, and I will say that Flying Spirits played excellently when they utilized all 7 players on the pitch. I think when they default back to a same old look of Sushant to Karan or vice versa, there is more of a chance of a turn because Airbenders sort of expect that. Right? So it will be interesting to see how they subtly change their strategy to break this Airbenders defense that Airbenders look pretty locked in with, in fact.
Because till this moment, it never not worked.
Yeah.
Can they adapt in the finals?
One of my favorite moments of watching a game in India Ultimate was the 2019 finals. That was the first ever nationals, when it was called nationals, and that was the Jumbish versus Stall 7 finals, which featured a very young Karan Sharma absolutely dominate a game. He played fearless, he took over the game on both ends of the field, and we know he's capable of doing that, and I hope he does that in the next few points to make for interesting views.
He was also 2 feet shorter then. Alright, here we go. Karan off. Karan to start. They didn't get it off that sideline, but a first blade. A huge hammer by Sushant. Crossfield to Saitra. Safe hand. Up to Messi. Messi to Sushma. Great fake. Shiny bites for it. Sushant. They're staying in their zone look. Interesting point to talk about later on. Karan Sharma. Ooh. Denied by Naina.
Defense! Defense! Karan, take it off! Defense! Let's go! Let's go!
I think again, looking at Airbenders still playing zone in the second half of the field, I think Flying Spirits will do better to maybe make that extra pass in this case. Oh.
Pixie up 9 to Naina, immediately eaten up by Sushma.
That's not something we see every day. A mistake by Pixie on an offline throw.
Here we have Sushant looks for Saitra. Safe hands. Such safe hands. But it's taking some energy. It's taking some energy to get.
Mixed Nationals 2025.
A lot of support here for the home team Airbenders. We have, I think, ATC and L2F lined up on the back side of the field cheering them on.
We also have some OG Airbenders who played in the team back in the 2010s representing here. Nice to see all of them turn out to support Airbenders, of course.
The GOATs. We see Vijay and Datri after such a long time.
Yeah. I can see Sindhu, I can see Gata, Gaurav. Shout out to all of the OG Airbenders folks.
And then I see Doc as well, which
Who's
is
on the
continues to
field.
play as well.
The ageless Doc.
KP with the pull.
Yeah.
Airbenders O-line has Sushil Seth, Riku, Aaron, Mite, Anna and Ajay.
Jason, what can we expect from Flying Spirits in terms of defense? We haven't seen much of it so far. What can we expect?
Need a little more pressure on those dumps. Right now they're doing exactly what they want. And Airbenders are okay to just be safe, be slow, be patient. And just as I said, Aaron to Sushil, that's the matchup we want. Sushil has so many yards, walks it in like he's bored. Sohan and I have been teammates with Sushil for many years, and there are many days when we have said he's too chill. But the right amount of heat right there in that output.
We've seen the Airbenders O-line twice so far and they've been extremely comfortable, picked the right moment to make a shot, very comfortable moving the disc around. Maybe time for Flying Spirits to rethink a little bit about what could stop them or maybe make them make throws in smaller windows. But for now it's back to the O-lines for Flying Spirits with Pixie leading the rest of the Airbenders D-line.
Flying Spirits, same O as last point. We have Sunil because it's now the 4 men gender point. Big pull by Pixie. Sunil picks up, centers to Sushant. An immediate outcut by Messi, covered well by Pixie. Sushma. Sushma to Sai, toes in, immediately dumps it to Sushant. And Sushant wants the Messi matchup and he gets it. He wanted to throw that assist really badly. Really great control there to just dump it instead. Flying Spirits still have the frisbee. High release to Karan Sharma. Karan steps around for the around to Sushma.
Flying Spirits had to work for that one, and again For the Airbenders defense in slowing down Flying Spirits. I'd love to see an adjustment from the Spirits though.
So, what do you think about the debate where people transition from zone to person defense, whereas I see Airbenders trying to play that clammy, poachy zone throughout the point?
Yeah, I actually have a pretty strong opinion about this. I think if there is some sort of a huck which goes to someone deep, that is a good time for a transition, because you're not going to set up a zone where everyone's running down. But if a team makes like 20 passes and works their way down, I still think teams should stay in the zone because you have smaller real estate. So you have smaller areas in the field to realistically defend, and you want that other team to make the 10 extra passes to reach the end zone. So I'm a big fan of actually staying in the zone if a team is working up their way, and if they score, like, kudos to them, but you've slowed their offense down. And at high level ultimate, it's not just about getting a D on every point. You know, it's also about throwing different looks and removing momentum. So now we'll see what happens.
Fantastic pull by Vaishnavi. Aaron to Sid to Ajay. Boys handling and girls cutting this point. Oh, that's the first fumble.
The first down. Oh.
And there's a call. Let's wait. No call, retracted. Sunil picks up the disc. First time the Flying Spirits D-line has the frisbee. Sahi to KP. Good reach back to catch that. KP takes it, looking for Sunil. Sunil back to KP, and it looks like there's a call. No, there isn't. No call. It's just a drop. Nice work by Ajay to get that back. Aaron's gone. Can someone see him? Okay. Sid. Nikki's next. Anna's next. Abby's gone. Can they find Kenziku to Abby? Okay, she holsters. Great fake by Anna. Backswing to Riku. Like clockwork.
Anna was stripped, but I was watching Anna play all this point, and you can see the intensity in her eyes. I absolutely love handlers who want the frisbee even in a high-pressure situation like this. A small fall isn't going to deter Anna. She's an absolute champ.
And 4 passes later, like the machine that this Airbender.
Pacing, and that is something Airbenders, especially in the past 3 years, have sort of figured out really well. They know when to give space to an Anna or a Nena on the field. Giving a handler like Nena, who has speed, who has the grabs and the throws, that space allows them to move the disc with intention. All their throws are with intention to get to a space in the field where they can then attack and change the angle of attack. And they do such a good job of that. You can compare and contrast this with some teams that move the disc around but with not too much intention. After 3 passes, they're still in the same space. I think that's the key lesson to learn from Airbenders offense.
Cheers of Pooja as she sets up for the pull, and it's a roller. Karan stops the frisbee and moves upfield. Sushant to pick up. Again with that zone, there's three people in the wall, but also the male matches are playing person. Anaika playing that half short piece role where she has the liberty to decide if she wants to move up or stay back. Flying Spirits doing a great job of moving the frisbee with their women. Back to Sushant now. They're just waiting for that Karan Sharma move. And I feel like it's coming. Karan Sharma calls for Aram, but it comes anyway. It comes anyway.
I'll be honest, Jason, I still like this look I don't think Flying Spirits are super comfortable playing against these defense. It took a bit of a risky blade. We know the talent Sushant has, and Karan's going to catch that all day. But Airbenders will be happy with that.
Kiss.
Shout out to Samatva for the nice comments in the stream. Thanks, Samatva.
You don't need to put it.
Airbenders missing Samatva. Who apparently thinks that exams are more important than playing the mixed nationals. Okay, Samatva.
Priority, Samatva. Come on. Okay, I'd love to see Flying Spirits do something different on defense. It doesn't have to be a huge change, but the last 3 or 4 points they haven't done too much to, stop the Airbenders machine. That is their O-line. Let's see what they've got. Addition, anything you think that will work against this?
One thing that might work is putting Karan on the D-line, which I now see.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
But it's the ladies. How are they going to stop Riku, Anna and Miti just weaving through? Katie with the pull.
Run it down.
Aaron to Sid. Ajay starts the cutting motion. Sid is cutting deep. Aaron calls it off. Anna to Ajay. Ajay to Aaron. Aaron to Sushil. Sushil around break to Anna. Anna to Niti. Niti dump to Anna. 3 seconds upfield, and then they will look at their dump. Niti to Anna. Anna wants the hammer. Takes it. Anna to Sushil. Working so hard, Anna, she is. Shoulder fake, shimmy. Doesn't get free yet. Niti to Sid. Inevitable.
Other teams talk about a strategy of putting a male matching player on Anna for the first half of the field perhaps, just to sort of stop the flow. Again, no disrespect to anyone, but I think this actually is one of the cool things about Mixed Ultimate. It's so dynamic in the things that you can actually try in terms of both offense and defensive strategy. Maybe Flying Spirits should try something like that, but the handlers in Airbenders are absolutely dominating. And for the kids and newer players watching, and if you want to be a handler, just watch out for all the things Anna does. It's all the basics that she does so well that makes it look so easy for her. She pivots well, she throws and goes, she attacks open spaces, just absolutely textbook and fun to watch.
It would be great to see Anna crush a male matchup as well.
Yeah, for sure. We have some Flying Spirits fans in the chat. Good to see some cheering for the Flying Spirits folks as well. I think they can use it. This sideline isn't the most active. Airbenders, of course, are a little helped by the fact that they are in their local environments. Some of the local Bangalore teams and past Airbenders players are part of the cheering squad.
Flying Spirits also a very small
Very small
squad.
squad, yeah.
As we see Pixie with his trademark OI pull. Sunil to Sushma, Sushma to Sushant. Messi's gone. Deep. Messi versus Pixie. Great timing by Messi for that deep cut. Of this game.
Nice. He timed his cut perfectly there. Not too much you can do as a defense to stop that. Maybe Flying Spirits getting the sense of where Airbenders' coaches are now. Again, these 90-minute games in a finals, they're a bit of like a boxing match, and you can see the teams were feeling each other out a little bit. I think things will start getting a little interesting now.
People saying that Anna would destroy any male matchup, let's be real. I agree.
I have no doubt.
And I am so happy that I'm up here in the commentary booth and not there trying to match up. Great pulls by Vaishnavi, so consistent. Aaron and Sid, Riku, Mickey. Mickey swings to the center and immediately there's the extension. Sid calls off Riku. Riku immediately comes back to the stack. Aaron, there she goes, Mickey. Mickey is free, does not have the look. We have Riku and Anna. Anna to her brother Aaron.
You're good, baby, you're good. Now.
And the hammer across the field. Pinpoint to Sid. Another goal.
She looks a little embarrassed, but I think everyone knows how amazing, and she's absolutely dominating this line.
She's been here before.
Yeah, she's been here.
She knows what she's doing.
I've been playing in India Ultimate since 2009. Maybe not in the last few years, but I've been watching every national stream, and I feel every year the talent, especially in terms of how comfortable all the players on the field are with the disc, I think you can see that improvement every year. Even in, when we're watching in the lower half of the bracket at nationals, all 14 players on the field super comfortable moving the disc around, super comfortable with dump throws. I think that's the progress India Ultimate has made over the past few years, and you can see the peak and the zenith of that with this Airbenders offense really. Not flustered at all, always finding open spaces, always hitting stall one passes. Just excellent together.
Another roller pull by Pooja. So Flying Spirits will start on the sideline. Let's see if they set up a trap. Sushant loves his high releases, so it doesn't feel like much of a trap if your throw and release points are from 65. Sushant blade to Karan, stolen from Talib to Sahana. Sahana to Naina. You have Naina and Pixie in the backfield, just who you want in a deep point. Naina to Pixie back to Naina, upfield to Talib. We have like 10 meters to go. Swing, another swing. Textbook stuff right here. Foul call, quickly accepted. Sushant and Talib, recent India teammates at AOUGC. So I'm sure there's genuinely love there. Talib pulls the line, but he's still not in. Needs one more pass. A low throw caught by Naina. And the high release to finish. Oh! Sushma is off, Karan is off, and the huck is coming, you know it. Can Karan read it? Oh, that was a tough throw. It was right over his head. He gave it everything.
Exciting stuff. I can see Brian Plymel, one of the OGs of India Ultimate, who started the Fly Baba tournament. Also, he's loving the vibes here. Running up and down wearing the Antwerp jersey, running up and down the sidelines in excitement. Lots happened in that point, Jason.
Too much to talk about. Let's just talk about what Pixie is gonna do right here.
Coaches away, Karan away! Karan ulta ball!
The thing about these hucks is they do have to go the full length now. They were right at the doorstep, now they're at the other side of the field. Kick call in the stack. It didn't affect anything, so Naina moves on. Naina to Shiny. Shiny looking for his dump. Finds it in Naina. So quick. Naina to Pixie. Pixie to Sahana. Sahana, a little high to Aneka, doesn't bother her. Immediately looks for Pixie. I love how they're getting this disc moving off the sideline. Great touch on that upline throw. Pixie doesn't want it. Back to Shiny. Shiny to Naina. They can do this all day. There we go! Flying Messi. And immediately Karan goes again. It's a much more float on this. Karan wants to milk it and he does. Doing his
Oh my
best.
God, Jason, what a point.
Doing his best.
Spectacular bid. You know, he doesn't care about this law of conservation of greatness. Steps out, makes a pinpoint hug to Karan. Whew. That was intense.
Flying Spirits call the timeout just to get some of their players a breath after a long point. Very likely you see a lot of the same names back on next point.
I think that's a smart move. Teams should look when there is this small momentum change, right? It's like capturing lightning in a bottle. That layout, that throw definitely has brought some momentum and life back to the Flying Spirits team. So good call on getting that timeout, getting a strong line back to put some pressure back onto the Airbenders. That was also a long point for the Airbenders D-line, was it? Yes, with Pixie. So, you know, they hustled quite a bit. One thing, Jason, about the Airbenders' system of offense is that they run a lot, they clear a lot, they make a lot of passes. So, and this is a 90-minute game, it is a hot day. So let's see if that has any impact later in the last half of this game.
In their semi-finals, Flywild was the first team in the tournament to get double-digit points against Airbenders. So, in terms of the number of points they played this weekend, I think they're doing all right. Big Messi fans in the chat. Just ending the conversation about who is the GOAT.
Yeah.
We don't know anyone called Cristiano in this country. Messi and Karan do get a break. We have Sushant with the pull. Big pull. He needs to get out of the way too. It is OB.
Yeah,
Upward.
you can skip arm day, I think, for 2 days.
Aaron takes his time to walk up to the brick mark. Brick is like 1/3 of the field, and if your pull is out of bounds, that is the price you pay. Sushil had a stack. You get a split immediately from the bird stack. Ajay and Riku, who are both free, they choose Ajay. Ajay, perfect dime of a throw to Anna, going deep, and then Anna just dumps it into the goal to Riku. What can't she do? The first point that she's not in the handless that she goes deep to score or to assist.
And Jason, as a coach, I love what Airbenders just did, and it's something I've used in the past as well. I think sometimes when the chip is down, you know when it's an important point. That's when you go to a pull play, where everyone on the field knows exactly what's happening. You've designed a certain play to get yardage immediately. That's what Airbenders did. Looked like some form of maybe a zipper or a split. They played it to perfection, got yardage. I love that look, and the momentum has again shifted back. Right, it's such a great way to stop another team's momentum.
It looks like that's half time.
What's the score at, Jason?
That is one thing I cannot tell you. We probably have to look at our own stream to find out. It looks like the score is 8-6 to Airbenders at half time. And I think Airbenders come out in O next point.
Yeah, so I think they're 2 breaks up. Again, shout out to all folks watching on the stream. We know that there are some folks watching from across the border as well internationally, so shout out if it's early or late for you. Just as a quick recap of the game, Jason, this is Airbenders versus Flywild if you're just tuning in. This is the finals of India Mixed Nationals. Airbenders, of course, in their third straight final. This is Flying Spirits' first final. Airbenders started strong, going 3 breaks up, but Flying Spirits have clawed their way back and have figured out how to play against the Airbenders D. Score is 8-6, and I expect a lot of fireworks in the second half.
Just 1 moment ago. We had 7 players on the line every night. 7 moments. We are a championship team, that's why we are.
Jason, you have coached a lot of Ultimate across different levels. As a coach, what is the halftime talk you're giving both teams right now?
I think Airbenders just stick to the plan. They don't have to change anything. They haven't changed anything in their systems throughout the tournament. It's been working. Nobody can stop it. And I think the captains are just saying that play our game. Think if the score is 0-0, and let's finish this last half of the Nationals, and then we can go celebrate. But as Flying Spirits, they are up against it right now. They need to not only hold but get 2 breaks back. I honestly think that the coaches...
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I think the coaches are saying, let's use everyone on that field for our O point, and then we have a little more energy to give for those D points.
Yeah, as a coach, if I'm in the Flying Spirits huddle right now, I think it's all about mental spirit right now. They're down a couple of breaks. It is the last day of a long tournament. It's been quite hot. This is the first time that they're here. I think just sort of, pardon the pun, but getting the spirits up a little, bringing that energy in. We know they have the game, the athleticism. We know some of their players have been here before. And they should believe that they can do this. So I hope that's the spirit. Again, sorry, I had to do that. But again, I hope that's what they're getting into this second half. The final half of Mixed Nationals right here in Bangalore, India.
Question coming in the chat about Ukeen. He looks to be okay. It looks like he actually is picking up that disc to make the next pull. So no problems there. Give us a smile, Karan.
Karan, one of India Ultimate's best players, waving to the camera. Love to see that. Jason, I noticed Karan's wearing 2 different jersey numbers in this tournament. I saw him play 26 earlier, which is also the jersey number I wear, but I think Karan might be doing that number a little more justice. He is wearing the 26 shorts though.
Yes, Karan is originally number 26, born on May 26th. He's wearing another, I don't think he got his Flying Spirits jersey on time. Karan from Surat Ultimate usually plays on Jumbish or more recently on Ambush.
Let's go, run it down, run it down, run it down, let's go!
Pickup that anybody would dream of. And it's shown this tournament for sure. Back on O, let's concentrate on Sid going deep. Sushil with the flick puck into space. Sid running that down. Catches it one hand because it's that easy.
Nonchalance on both ends of the disc. Sushil just walking it off like it was a casual throw on Sunday afternoon, which it is for him. And Sid with absolute nonchalance on that catch. Jason, I got to say, Airbenders make this look easy, but it's all the reps and all the practice that they have gone throughout the year that is so easy. Still in awe of their offense.
And that's why shout out to all the all the fans on the sideline who have been here through the years. We see Datri leading the Airbenders. And this has been years and years of culture being built and systems being built and buy-in that has got Airbenders looking so dominant.
So I think important to know that this weekend the Challenger Nationals is also taking part in Bangalore, India. So what we're watching here is the Elite Nationals, which is the top 16 teams in all of India. But from teams 17 to 32, if I'm not mistaken, Jason, are taking part in the Challenger Nationals. I think the finals should be going on right now. For me, the takeaway again is the incredible depth of talent, skill and the player pool in India ultimate. So cool to see 30-odd teams in the cities playing ultimate this weekend.
Again, the roller pull into the corner.
It's clear that the Airbenders B has a plan and they're sticking with it.
Sushant on the sideline, not very bothered about that trap. Messi to Sushma. Sushma high release to Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi to two receivers. Karan gets up the highest.
Still a 2-point differential, but I just kept the crowd, even though they might be cheering for Airbenders, they want a close game. So we're seeing chants of Karan, we're seeing some sort of support for the flying spirits. I also wouldn't mind a game going to university. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the finals of the last two nationals has gone to university. I know last year's did. And it was a close game 2 years ago as well. Both featured Airbenders. So we all want a close game, right?
How are Flying Spirits going to get a break on this Airbenders O-line? Question. Alright, looks like a kill line out there. We have Karan, Messi and Sushant on D. Vaishnavi about to pull. We have Saitra, we have Sushma, and I want to say Sushant, what is her name? Nothing changes for O. I do see Abby on as the fourth FMP. Ajay to Aaron. Aaron hammer over to Anna. Anna to Mitty. Mitty doesn't like what she sees, but then she sees Anna circling through it immediately. She was about to lay out Anna, but she was just too fast. Great pump fakes to communicate to Ajay. Ajay to Riku. Riku to Mitty. Ajay speedy up line. And there's a poach. Can Aaron find it? He doesn't need to. He finds Ajay instead. And a foul call on Sushant. A lot of pushing and shoving to get open in that dump set. I don't know who was the person creating the contact there, but Sushant makes the call. Looks like an elbow to the face from the WFDF hand signal for elbow to the face. Ajay to Anna. Anna hammer to Sid, who saves it, tumbling. Sid to Anna. Anna to Sid. Kaz Karan on the floor, and then Adam to the front cone for the goal.
Have a very set way of catching. So on defense, again, expect the same. Try and trap Flying Spirits on the sideline, use a female matching coach, and maybe force that risky huck through. Let's see what they do.
You see, Pixie Devi, Pale, Pooja, Anaika Shiny, and Nena on deep. Sushant looking for his favorite target. It's a blade straight to the ground.
Yeah, it was the exact same look, Jason.
They're looking for Karan going deep, but Pooja has the deep covered with like a 6-meter buffer there. Pixie picks up the disc, gets low, throw the shiny picks, and throws it around to Nena. Nena swings to Pixie, one side to the other side in 2 passes. We have Devi with the disc. It's Goa legend. And Karan gets the run through block. He's going to the house. And a great stop by Shiny. A flat mark who just gets in the way so that Messi can't throw that frisbee to Karan. Sushant now. Sushant to his sister Sushma. Vaishnavi. Sahi. Saitra threw the cup to Sushma, and Sushma finds his brother back. Who clapped past the goal. That's a hold for Sushant.
This is exactly what I want to see from the Flying Spirits. We know players like Sushma can throw. We know players like Saitra who have played for the India team have the throws and the athleticism. I think they should pick their moments a little better. We saw them try and force a pass through that zone, which led to the turn. But good on the Flying Spirits line for recouping, getting a good D, and then holding their nerve to work their way into a score.
Nice to see a smile on Sushant's face after that goal. The crowd getting into it, mostly a bunch of L12 players who are just trying to get on everybody's good side. But in a serious moment, I'm glad they're taking a second to enjoy it as well.
Jason, I feel this or maybe the next offensive point is the moment that Flying Spirits on defense should try something. We have seen them being unable to really break the rhythm of the Airbenders O-line. So something to disrupt that line. I remember a coach from the US, I don't remember who it was saying, you should never lose a game by not trying something like a zone. Right? If you try it out and it doesn't work, it's fine. But you shouldn't regret not trying it. So let's see if they do.
Maybe an out of bounds pull is their first try. As we have Aaron taking his time. He knows this is a 90-minute game. He doesn't need to jog more than he needs to. This might take a minute, folks. Preserving his energy as Airbenders come out in a vertical stack.
You can see the space between the header stack and the 2 handlers. Those are the spaces Airbenders love to exploit. You can see the Ajay make those cuts.
And a foul call for a push-off. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there was contact to start off on both sides. Then when he got the disc, that's when the call came. So maybe a discussion about what level of physical contact they're looking for here. But contested, great communication, and it's back to Aaron. And here we go again from the big mark. We have Anna. Anna looking upfield to Nithi. Nithi to Anna. Sushil so smartly cuts in as he sees a girl completely free. And then he comes in and throws it to that woman player. Textbook stuff.
The L2F contingent doing L2F cheers because Sushil has in the past played for L2F. Sushil, of course, very shy and sheepishly acknowledging the cheers in his name.
Brings a thumbs down from Aaron.
Can we get a score update, briefly?
I believe the score is... I mean, if it's not on the screen, then I don't know. I'm just waiting for it to come back. 11-8? I want to say 11-8. I'm not sure if it's 10-8 or 11-8.
Folks in the chat, if anyone...
Help us out here.
Yeah, help us out with the score, perhaps.
We are currently 10 feet in the air.
On a very rickety platform, might I add. Risking it all to serve commentary for you all at India Mixed Nationals.
Alright, Flying Spirits back on O. Sushant to Messi. Talib tight on Karan in the deep space. Sushant to Messi on the sideline. Great break through the zone. Sushma to Sahitra. Sahi very close by Pixie, but Messi has the frisbee. Messi to Sushma. Sushma being a little more vocal. I love to see it. Let them know, Sushma. Sushant. Sushma. Messi to the ground, but the frisbee's up. Messi. Sushma. Messi hammer to Karan. This is a matchup. And he's thinking about it. So this is on the floor, he's thinking about it.
I think I saw a small adjustment that the Flying Spirits made, perhaps consciously, is seeing Vaishnavi and Sahitra extend the field a little more. I felt in the previous points they were playing into the hands of the Airbenders zone by sort of being a little static in those spaces that the Airbenders were already at. And I think that opened up the field a little bit. Of course, we did see a crossfield hammer. We love to see those. And that call still being resolved.
Karan saying there was some contact as he went up to get that frisbee. Getting some sideline perspective from the fly-wide players right behind them as we hear calls of 30 seconds.
I'm also going to shout out that I think India Ultimate has always played with very high spirit. We've won a bunch of spirit awards internationally as well. So, yeah, what is the call, Jason?
Foul accepted. Karan brings it up to the line. Doesn't have to tap in the disc.
Maybe I jinxed it.
A bit of a discussion. But it looks like it's all good. So just to summarize, hammer from one sideline to their favorite receiver Karan Sharma. Thought there was some contact as he was going up. Fly-wild players gave... sorry? The fly-wild players on the sideline gave their perspective. Karan walks up. He doesn't have to check this as long as he's set pivot in the correct spot. And a quick flip to Sushant for the score.
Out there, everybody.
Score is 11-9 to Airbenders now as we see them come out.
To the best of my knowledge, the O-line hasn't been broken yet, the Airbenders O-line.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I believe they've been broken only once this whole tournament.
Okay. That is impressive. because that also implies that if there is a turn, they are able to play good defense to get the
Let's
back.
go.
Big pull by Vaishnavi again. Great hang time. Aaron to Sid. Sid back to Aaron. Quick around to Riku. Riku to Aaron. Aaron to Anna. Anna to Abby. Alright, they're on one sideline. Can they get to the other sideline now? Aaron thinks about the hug. Holsters to Sid. Sid to Riku. Riku to Ajay. That acceleration to get that to just out of this world. Anna to Riku. Anna to Ajay. Ajay to Riku. Riku to Anna. I can't even keep up, folks. Anna, Sid, Ajay's turn. Aaron with a bit of a shimmy. Calls up a couple of cuts, but then gets his receiver in Miti for the goal. Bit of a discussion. Sideline calls it in, and everyone is good with that.
Like clockwork, I feel if you play all the Airbenders O points back to back, they will look so similar, which I think is one of the biggest compliments I can give any Frisbee team. Their offense works like clockwork. It's relatively risk-free. It's weatherproof. Even if there was rain, they'd probably be able to do all of this. You can play this against a bunch of different teams in terms of what they do defensively. I love this. I also love the fact that you have two very different styles on both sides of the disc here. Because Flying Spirits is a team that also relies on a lot of skill and athleticism. Jason, if you were coaching a team and you wanted to say, okay, I'm going to play like the Airbenders O-line, what are some of the things you would be telling a team?
I think the hardest thing to coach is spacing, and they've got it so spot on. You can see people waiting a second to make sure that it's their turn, and they have the space to make that cut. And everybody knows whose turn is next.
Cheer for Pixie on the sideline, but Pixie hasn't showed any sign of emotion since 2012, so he hasn't, changed his emotion on his face at all. He's so dialed in.
Pixie always loves it. Sunil to Sushan. We still see the current Talib matchup really, really tight. And it goes up to Messi this time. Pooja coming under it. Let's go! And the no call, that's a goal for Messi. Pooja just so fearless, but Messi's just got those hops.
I'm not sure if there's any discussion in the Flying Spirits camp about trying to break the rhythm of this Airbenders offense. I just get the sense maybe from up here that they're just sort of going through the motions, and that's not going to help too much with this Airbenders offense.
What would you do differently, Son? How are you going to stop these uplines? And
I would do a force middle for sure.
A force
100% would try a force middle for a couple of points. Maybe it doesn't work the first time, maybe it works better the second time, but I would look to change it up. You can see that they're going for the same looks, and it's just it's bread and butter for them. They're going to hit this all day. You can't expect this Airbenders O-line to make a mistake. You have to pressure them into making one.
Big pull by Sushant. Trusty Aaron to pick up the disc. Upline or upfield to Sushil. Okay, when did Sushil start liking his flip flop? Maybe it was last point.
Okay. The first turn from Airbenders.
In a while. Sushil to Miti just overshot.
I have a feeling Flying Spirits are going to look for an ISO play and try and hit Messi probably deep. They isolated him in a side stack already.
Sushil taking unders, and we have Anna in the deep space, just in case one of the players do decide to shoot away. And that's exactly what they do. But Anna's in that spot. We got Saitra with the disc now. And I think Flying Spirits have the firepower that they want on this line. A shot, a flying Aaron. And that's the first break. That's the first break. Sushant to Messi. Missed fingertips by Aaron, and then Messi has the steps over Sushil for the goal. Here we go, folks. This game is far from over.
We've got a game on, folks. You can see a spring in the step in the Flying Spirits now. First time Airbenders actually maybe took a slightly risky shot. The shot was on, but the execution just wasn't there. But Flying Spirits made them pay for it. I like the fact that they didn't go for an end-to-end huck and force it. They did notice Anna in the deep space. They worked it up. They chose their time for a long throw to Messi, who was open, and they made it under pressure. Kudos to them. Love to see the comeback from Flying Spirits right now. This is also the first time I think an Airbenders O-line is playing 2 points in a row. So this also will be interesting. They just played D as well. Let's see how it goes.
And we have no changes, or maybe Abby for Sushil because of the gender ratio. But we do have Sushant who stays on, Sushma who stays on, Vaishnavi with the pull, and Karan back on the scene for this crucial defense point. I feel like this is a big moment in the game. And in big moments, we have Aaron to Sid, another turnover. Sushant picks up quick, and he's racing to that end zone. Karan puts some light into it. Sid goes up, and from the actions, it looks like Sushant is saying he caught that frisbee looking for the strip. Sid has accepted that, and Sushant a little more patience here. Sunil, few meters away, face guarded by Ajay. So Sunil just puts it up in the air. Karan with his trademark love for the game, celebration, and a little kick spike to add some spice.
Yeah, I like it. I like the spice. I like the atmosphere here. I just felt Airbenders rushed that offense a little bit. This could be a function of being a little fatigued from playing a slightly longer point and playing 2 points in a row after long. But also, folks, you have to remember this is day 3, this is the finals, and this is the end of the finals. Yeah. And there's always an added dimension of pressure that comes in. And that just a tiny bit of hesitation or pressure can change the trajectory of a throw or a catch. And that makes all the difference. So now it's about who's going to hold their nerve in the last bit of this final. Oh man, I'm so excited.
Here we go, 12-11, and the first time in this tournament that Airbenders have been broken more than once in a game.
I think we've already had a game that's fitting off the final game. The finale is here, and I'm super stoked.
Vaishnavi with the pull. Consistent time. We have Aaron to Sid. Sid to Naina, who is, I'm seeing for the first time. And another turnover. These are racking up, and they know what they want. They want to put it up for Karan. And he reads it. He gets another one. It is 12-12. Sushant to Karan, and another spike. They are fired up.
What is happening now? Airbenders O-line played 3 points in a row. I would call a timeout to calm the nerves, to reset, do a mental reset, to get the breath back in. I'm not sure if Airbenders has called one. I think they're going back to the line. these young kids have all energy, they can run all day, but a mental reset at this point would be nice. Things are heating up, Nathan.
That point was the first time I saw Naina on the O-line. That's how important that point was. But it looks like they're back to their usual seven. Sidajay, Aaron, Sushil, Anna, Riku, and Niti. And we have on the other side Karan, Sushant, Messi, Sahi, Sunil, Sushma, and Vaishnavi. I would say these are both kill lines on both sides. And that's it. It's a game 3 now. You have to give it everything. Big pull. Aaron to Anna. To Riku. Riku to Anna. Anna to Niti. Niti upline. Great touch. Anna. Anna to Sid, who punishes the poach. Sid needs to break that mark. He does. To Anna. Aaron is next. Take around. Niti is next. Upline by the siblings. Anna to Niti. Anna goes upline. Sushil and goes upline again. Jumps in. Oh, a call by Sushant. And they have come to a resolution. Goal by Sushil with that burst of speed. 13-12.
No amounts of reps, no amounts of scrimmage, no amounts of lifting can actually help you in these situations. It's all about holding your nerve, holding your calm. There is this intangible of playing in a close final of nationals, I think the team that holds their nerve will win this. That being said, I like to look to the players who want the frisbee in these situations. You could see Anna want the disc. You could see Aaron want the disc. Even if sometimes that means maybe two people making a cut to the same space. I'm, as a coach or as a viewer, I'm looking to these players. I could see all the airbenders wanting the disc, and they've been in this situation before, so they're holding their nerve. That being said, Flying Spirits are not going to shy away either. We have had players like Karan Sharma who have done this at the national level, at the international level against fancied opponents. They have held the team on their back. They have no fear. So who knows? This is going to go either way. I can't call it at this point. Two very different energy levels in the huddles, which I think is interesting. Flying Spirits egging each other on. They have a cheer going. Airbenders being chilly, cool, calm, collected. I love the contrast in both the teams, in both their styles of play, but also in the energy that they're bringing. Absolutely love to see it.
Flying Spirits line is Karan, Vaishnavi, Sushma, Sunil, Sushant, Sahitra, and Messi. And I don't think these 7 people are going to come off this field until this game is over anymore.
Parth is asking if someone can confirm the score. Parth, long time. Nice to see you watching the game. It's been a while. I think it's 13-12 to Airbenders. What is a score, really?
Here we go. Sushant to Karan. Karan puts it up in the air to Sushant. Sushant versus Anna. And it's a goal. Great float on that throw. And put it to a place where only Sushant could get that.
title of nationals. Remember, they've never won this before. This is their first appearance in the finals of a nationals. Maybe even in the finals, I'm not sure. But definitely the first in the finals of a nationals.
First job right here for the Airbenders is to hold this O point to take us to universe. Vaishnavi with the pull. Aaron. Anna. Sushil taking off. Take the easier option in Sid coming under. Great step out. There's a drop. This is for the game. Sushant puts it in the air. Karan to come up on it. With the spike. Flying Spirits are your 2025 Nationals champions.
Oh my god, what an upset, folks. Flying Spirits looked dead and buried in the first half. Their shoulders were sagging, but out of nowhere they conjured up some energy. They used their legs to really bring up the energy, and they used their incredible skill across their line. Airbenders are despondent. Anna also is despondent right now. That was an error on her side that led to the turn, but she had a fantastic game. Cheers from the audience. They've seen a spectacular game. We've seen all kinds of frisbee here, Jay. We've seen like super system based, dominator, handler. We've seen layouts. We've seen long throws. Just a treat to watch and a good exhibition for the sport of India. I'm just catching my breath after that game.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah, at one point I even said that, you know, the Flying Spirits D-line was just going through the motions, but something they did seem to change the complexity, change the nature of the game. We saw the Airbenders O-line make a bunch of mistakes. You know, it's also the added pressure of a final. Here's the thing though, this is a very young team. The only way, you know, you get better at this is by being in these situations more and more. Airbenders are going to grow even stronger from this experience. But of course, right now it's a heartbreaking tough loss. It's 2 finals losses in a row for Airbenders, so I feel for the team. But commiserations to Airbenders, but kudos to Flying Spirits for not giving up throughout. Shout out to the folks on stream who followed us through this game. It was a seesaw one. It was not an ending I saw coming, but it was an amazing ending. I'm still catching my breath.
Yeah. I guess the winner here is all the spectators. The real winners. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
I think this also goes to show the sort of depth in India Ultimate. We've had 4 different winners in the last 4 years. I think we had Ambush, Airbenders, Airborne, and now Flying Spirits. And in 2020, we had Flywild win, and 2019 was Jumbish. And I think 2021 we didn't have nationals because of COVID. So that's 6 different winners, Jason, in the last 6 editions. Shows you the sort of incredible depth in India Ultimate, the talent pool that's here. So folks watching internationally, watch out. India is coming for you all in the international tournament. Love to see it. Alright folks, we're winding down the stream, but thanks for watching. Thanks to all the folks here. Thanks to the folks in producing this and TP as well. From myself, Sohan, and Jashan. We're off. Thank you again.
ಕೊಡು ಹಾಂ ಛತ್ರಿ ಕುಬೇರ್ ಹಾಂ ಮಕ್ಕ ಏನ ಕೊಡು ಕೊಡು
ಅರ್ಜುನ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಿತ್ತ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಯಿ ಹೊಡೆದ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ
ಒಂದಲ್ಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತು ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿತ್ತು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಬಿತ್ತಾ
ಒಂದೇ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸತಿ
ಒಂದೈತೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕೊಡು
ಆಯ್ತಾ